Turner, it is March 7th, 2023, and I'm doing a Boise housing market analysis and providing some of my predictions here for the first quarter of 2023. Let me just jump into it, right? So a lot of people have been asking me about where's the market going, or it's going up, is it going down? These are all good questions. Um, so so this chart here, by the way, these charts that I'm going to show you, I get these through a subscription service called Web Charts. You should Google it and you should get it because it's super helpful. It's a paid subscription. If you're a realtor, you should definitely get this. If you're a local real estate investor, you should definitely consider it. And if you're just someone who's just intrigued about what the market's doing, just let me share them with you. Okay. All right. Ada County monthly sales unit. So this is Ada County demand. So we're, simple economics, you know, su- supply, demand, influences price, right? So we're going to talk about all three of those things and how they are, how that's all impacting the local housing market. So this is might be hard for you to read, so I'm going to point out a few things. The light blue color here, that is last year, 2022. The red is 2023. And you can see that, and then there's previous years in here as well, the blue and yellow. So you can see that last year, because of high interest rates, demand really was way down all through the second half of the year, especially. Okay, way down. Um, and that adds up. If you get 1 month that's down, okay, two, all right, but you get 5, 6, 7, 8 months in a row of low demand, and usually that will spike supply for one. And then if and then it can be a huge impactor on price. Okay, so let's see here. In January, it was like super duper low, like 454 homes sold in any county in January. That is shockingly low number considering how many people live here. Okay. Um, and then it shot up significantly, so up 34% month over month. So this is the big takeaway here, because was trying to sell homes in this past fall, winter, super tough, brutal, super brutal. Okay, and the difference between as soon as we hit January and February, oh my gosh, things started getting way better. And um, and this because and remember that real estate lags, right? A sale happens, it gets started like 30, 45 days often before it actually closes in real estate. That's most common. So the reason why January was so abysmal is because nobody was doing any buying in December, right? And but February saw all the activity that was going on starting in January. So huge jump. Expect that this number will continue to go up based on the activity that I've been seeing. Um, so we're down yet still year over year. I like to kind of year to date between, down about 20%. So that's significant. But I do see that demand is back and full swing at the moment. Candy County is the same kind of way. Um, Big jump from January to February. Um, And so it even got much higher than, we got in years 2019 and 2021. So it's been busy in Canyon County. Okay. And so, which is good because, that helped kind of stabilize their prices and it kind of inched back up a bit, as you'll see when we get to pricing. Let's just jump over to pricing. Okay. So Ada County, we'll start there. So pricing, this chart is not my favorite chart, but it's showing the median price for existing homes, resale homes. Not, I just took new construction homes are not part of this graph. And it's kind of showing you a very slight change from month over to month. It's down basically 2%, but trending down, right? At least it was in that particular month span. Down 11% from the February of the year before, and down 20% from the peak, which was May of 2022. And I should also, mention that 20% seems like, okay, it's down 20%. That's effectively around 120,000 since May. So if you got told by a realtor what your house was worth last spring or summer, those comps are wrong. Okay, it's not selling anywhere near those kind of prices. It's down significantly. So if you price it right, we're seeing with the uptick in demand, it's selling. Okay, you just have to go on recent comps, not ones from last summer. Okay, throw those out. Those are going to mess you up. Okay, but you know some, but you can sell as long as you're pricing it right. I did throw in this one on new construction for any county. And I just wanted to show you that how far it's dropped. So on the highest number reported for median sales price last year in May, or no, looks like June of 2022, it was 699. So basically 700,000. In January it came in at 493. So over 200,000. Now it's starting to come up, but a big part of reason why this happened is if you need to watch my last video, because the last video I was pointing out there's a certain builder in town in particular, but a number of them did this, who have a lot of inventory on the market. And they, the last 2008 debacle hurt them so bad that that's too close in their memory. So a lot of them just got super aggressive this fall and winter about dropping prices until they sold. And so they just kept dropping them, boom, 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 every month until they started blowing through their inventory, and they did. They absorbed a lot of the sales that we did have, like 50%. Like a lot of the sales went that direction, and um, and so that'll ease off. That was a temporary thing, but it's definitely skewing the numbers a lot. So I don't want to spend too much time on that, but that is why the biggest builder did has basically skewed this number down significantly. And time will tell, see where that lands. But Canyon County and existing prices. So again, it's a bit more affordable in Canyon County. So already saw that demand went up quite a bit, and prices went up. Unlike Anna County, which saw a decrease in price, we saw an increase month over month in Canyon County. Why is that? Can you guess? Right? Because it's more affordable. It's more affordable, so it's driving more buyers out to further out communities from Boise. And it's interesting though, so off its peak, it's down about 13%, which, from February to its peak, about 425. That's about $54,000. Okay, so not as dramatic as Boise. Although if I was taking that number in January, that was like 80,000. So you can see, like, almost in a month, especially if you have a house that's in this kind of near this price point, it was swinging 20, 30 grand, like it was swinging a lot. Like, it was pretty interesting the last few months. Um, okay, so supply. Let's talk about supply. This chart is showing all of Ada County, including new construction, because I wanted to show you a few things. One is this red here. This is 2023. It's trending down. Okay, that's a good direction. But what is this thing up here? That's last year. Last year, when interest rates, so we were screaming these really low inventory, and then they jacked up interest rates from like 3% to 6%, and then all of a sudden, everyone, so many people stopped buying, and supply went up. Okay, significantly. And I was concerned it was going to stay there, but it didn't. It started to come down. People, there's a lot of reasons why this happened. A lot of people who might have normally sold didn't want to sell because they're sitting on a nice 3% mortgage interest rate. And even if they were going to make a lot of equity in their current house, when if they went to go buy something else, they're going to be paying 6 or 7% interest. And a lot of people weren't interested in doing that. Okay, so that's one factor. There's many other ones, but you can see how they came down, and it's continuing to kind of trend that way. But a lot of this coming down has been in part by new construction, blowing through their inventory this fall. So let's focus on uh, uh, just existing resale homes. Okay, so the chart last year looks similar, right? Here inventory went way up and then started to come down, but the month over month is flat. Okay, so we're burning through a lot of inventory right now in Ada County, but people are starting to list their houses, so it's kind of maintained. Okay, but it's down 64% since July. So right here's July, here's where we are now. So think about it. If you were shopping for a home in July, you had you know, almost 3 times the amount of homes to shop for, okay, than we do right now in the resale homes. Okay, so that's really significant, really significant. Okay, I'll show you Canyon County right now, in the last month or two, in order to price your house correctly. And if you do price it correctly, it will sell. You can price it more if you make it nicer and you do certain things, you hire a good realtor, blah blah blah. But um, it's just overall way better. It's looking pretty good for the spring anyway, as far as what the numbers shaped up like. I don't expect though, even though I expect, the prices to stabilize and start to inch back up, I do not see us getting anywhere near the peak of 2022 anytime soon, certainly not this year. So uh, keep that in mind. Investors, uh, a lot of investors were hoping the market was going to do a 2008 kind of housing crash, and it's not shaping up that way yet. A lot of them are in holding patterns. A lot of cash has gone out of real estate and going to other places because of the uncertainty in the housing markets, at least in some sectors. Boise's got really rocked over the last 6 months, so that rocked a lot of investors, and myself included. Like, it was tricky. Um, However, where I've done great is with affordable housing. So anytime I'm really in that affordable housing sector, I'm doing really well. And I work with a number of investor partners, other investors who I help them get 9 to 10%. Let me say that again. I'm consistently getting them 9 to 10%. They get paid every month. It's completely passive because I'm making it passive for them. I'm happy to share more details, but if you have money anywhere like the stock market, uh, in in some sort of retirement account, or I don't know, in Bitcoin or some other cryptocurrency, and if you're not making consistently 9 or 10% on your money, you should you should contact me. I'll share with you exactly what we're doing, how we're collateralizing and protecting the money so that it cannot go down to zero, um, like it can, like in the stock market or like a crypto thing. Um, so we've designed, safe, the safest kind of real estate investments that I can find. And therefore that's why I invest in it, right? So if you're in for that, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, reach out to me. This is how to get a hold of me. You can email me; it's usually the best bet. If you want to learn more about me, you can Google me, but whatever. Um, I'm, you know, I'm still operating as an investor in a town. I'm still having success. You still can do it. So if you're out there, there is deals out there if you know how to find them and make them work. And my advice is to go where there's the highest demand. Okay. All right. That's it for today. I will see you back in another month or two, depending on. I'll just keep watching the market and give you updates on how I see it changing, so that hopefully you can make smart decisions with your real estate decisions going in 2023. Take care.